Hello students, welcome to my EVS class. This is Shumi Roy from Techno India Group Public School, Shiliguri, and today we are going to start chapter 7, Effects of Human Activities and Population Growth from your EVS science book. Now, let us firstly discuss what are the facts and concepts which we are going to learn in this chapter. In this chapter, firstly, we will introduce the chapter, then we will learn about human activities of consumptions. Then we will learn about population growth and its impact. Under that, we will learn about agriculture, harshening of energy, housing and industrial development. And we will also learn about other areas of consumption and social activities. The man was not so advanced in the past as he is today. Then he was satisfied with all he received from the nature due to his limited needs. He considered the nature to be dominant and adapted according to these conditions. He started even worshipping it. The celebration of Chhat, the Surya Shakti in Hindu region, Karma and Sharhul, festivals of tribal people of Jharkhand, are the three great examples of nature worship still in practice in India. Nature absorbs and assimilates whatever man leaves to it in the form of waste or refuge. Thus, there was a complete balance among all the components of natural environment in the past. But in the present, the story has become very different. Human activities of consumption and misuse of natural resources and the explosion of population have gone up to such extent that nature has lost its capacity of tolerance. In the present lesson, we are going to study about the effect of human activities and population growth on various areas of consumption of natural resources. Human activities of consumption. Man is the greatest consumer in natural environment. He has become very advanced due to the development in science and technology. He remains always in search of newer technologies to exploit most of the available natural resources for his personal benefit. Fast growth of human population has led to the fast rate of consumption of natural resources and creation of waste. All the components of natural environment are interconnected. That is why when human activities started damaging one component, all the other components were bound to get damaged automatically. All this lead to an upset in the natural balance. Human activities of cutting trees, killing animals, damaging land, and mixing poisonous waste in air and water are creating severe crises in the environment. Now let us discuss population growth and its impact. Before that, firstly we have to know what is human population. The total number of human inhabitants of a specified area at a given time is called as population of that area. The study of population is called as demography, and the one who studies population is called as a demographer. Now let us discuss about the nature of population growth. When an area is first inhabited by few persons, there is plenty of food to eat and land to live. In course of time, they breed and their number increases. This increase in number depends mainly on the number of females. After an initial slow increase, the growth in number becomes exponential. Till the number of birth equals the number of death, this condition is called equilibrium with environment. But few population remain static for long in this condition of equilibrium. When the birth rate is more than the death rate, it is called as population explosion. That is, more mouth to feed and more people to use natural resources and facilities. Besides, there remains pressure on land too. Now let us discuss consequence of population explosion. Our food, shelter, clothing and industrial materials are mainly derived from nature's air, water, sunlight, animals, etc. To some extent, nature tries to recycle some of these resources. Now let us discuss trends of population growth at global level. Human population around 10,000 BC was about 100 million. Around that time, human settlements came up in fertile region of the world. Still for several thousand years, the total human population remained well below 250 million mark. With a small gap of time, it grew to about 500 million, and by 1800 AD, it was become 1 million. It was 5 billion in 1987 AD. By the year 2002, the world population stood at 6.215 billion. Now let us discuss the Indian population scenario. India is world's second most populous country after China. According to the estimates of 2004 AD, the population of India was 1,65,070,600 and the rate of population growth was 1.44%. The population density of India, according to estimates of year 2004, has been 358% per square kilometer, whereas population density of India as per the census 2011 has been recorded as 382% per square kilometer. The given below table shows us the population of some big Indian cities as per census 2011. Now let us discuss environmental problem due to population growth. Some very serious problem arises out of population growth. Some of them are deforestation. Deforestation is a human activity which further gives birth to various problems like imbalance of atmosphere, climatic change, soil erosion, lowering of water table. One more problem is the water pollution. It causes hazard to community health and loss of aquatic plants and animals. Air pollution is also a problem due to population growth. It causes various diseases, ozone depletion, acid rain, global warming or greenhouse effect, and climatic changes. Agriculture is also affected due to population growth. The production of more and more food become necessary to feed our growing numbers. To meet this, various types of changes were introduced in agriculture. Some very remarkable changes made in agriculture due to population growth are construction of houses in agriculture land in order to solve the housing problem of the growing population. Second, expansion of cultivable land area by clearing of forest and desertification of land. Third, introduction of monoculture or monoagriculture in order to raise production of commercial crops on large scale. Now, let us discuss what is monoculture. Monoculture is the practice of growing one crop repeatedly in a particular form without allowing blank periods. Some very harmful effects of monoculture are acute shortage of specific nutrients in the soil, growth of pests and diseases of crop plants, increase in the consumption of chemical fertilizers, fungicides, pesticides, rodenticides, and hormones. One more changes made in agriculture due to population growth is use of agrochemicals. Agrochemicals like synthetic fertilizers, hormones, pesticides, fungicides, etc. The explosion of human population gave birth to two immediate problems: problems of shortage of food and problems of housing. Monoculture is practiced. The acute shortage of specific nutrient in the soil occur due to monoculture because plants of one particular crop absorb fixed set of nutrients. The shortage is quickly met by adding synthetic fertilizers in the soil, and synthetic fertilizer alter the structure of soil by increasing quantity of salt in it. When fertilizers are mixed in water, the quantity of nutrients increases in the water source. A number of organisms like algae start blooming in such water. Algae consume most of the oxygen dissolved in water. Now let us revise what we have learned in today's class. We have learned that nature absorbs and assimilates whatever man leaves to eat in the form of waste or refuse. Fast growth in human population has led to the fast rate of consumption of natural resources and creation of waste. Our food, shelter, clothing, and industrial materials are mainly derived from nature's air, water, sunlight, animals, minerals, etc. Due to increase in population, these are used up faster than these are balanced, leading to their depletion. We have learned that India is the world's second most populous country after China. Due to the growth in population, various changes in Indian culture were made. Some of these changes are construction of houses in the agricultural land, clearing of forest for the expansion of land for cultivation, introduction of monoculture, and use of agrochemicals. In our next class, we are going to discuss what is the impact of population growth on sources of energy, and we will also discuss how the growth impact our industrial development. Thank you all for joining the class.